Do you feel guilty that you're not more generous? Are concerns over your financial situation preventing you from blessing other people? Welcome back to Beyond 40 and Just Getting Started, the place where we dive into the journey of growth and abundance after 40. For years, going out to eat with my family was a stressful situation for me. I loved spending the time with my family and wanted to share the experience and make the memories. But I knew the guilt I would feel for the cost of the meal compared to just eating at home. It was particularly painful when the waiter would come to the table with the check, and I knew that not only would I have to pay for the meal, but there's also that pesky question of the tip. I knew that my family was really in a pretty good financial situation and that I should be generous. Doesn't mean that generosity came easily. At least paying for the meal, you know the price you're paying after you look at the price on the menu. But the tip, what do you do about the tip? I want to be generous, but I was also worried about my own financial situation. It was always that tug-of-war that made me feel guilty inside. That tug-of-war came from me being stuck in scarcity mindset and thinking that any dollar that I gave from me to that waiter was a dollar lost on my part. In our journey as we escape the employee swimming pool, pursuing the prosperity swimming pool, we have to make the mental transition from scarcity into abundance. For years, I heard comments from successful people about how abundant opportunity was and how what was scarce for them was not money or investment opportunity, but it was rather their time and having people to coordinate that idea that they had. When I heard that, I couldn't imagine feeling like abundance was my problem and not scarcity. But making that shift over to abundance is a requirement of anybody on this journey. Recognizing that we aren't limited. As we grow our social network, as we grow our confidence, and as we engage in our own passion projects, we realize that opportunity pops up unexpectedly. Through abundance, we get a completely new perspective on the world, a brighter outlook. We experience more gratitude, and we can have deeper relationships with meaningful people in our lives. Pursuing the prosperity pool doesn't have to be because of pride, nor because of a desire to become rich. Actually, pursuing the prosperity pool can be driven by a desire for generosity and a desire to help other people. As we plunge into abundance and prosperity, we suddenly have the time and the opportunity and the resources to bring other people into our circles and invite them to participate with us in these opportunities. We can be the friend that lifts somebody to a level that they never thought possible. Somebody who we know and love and can see that they're stuck in the employee pool. We can be the one to give them the opportunity and the trust to try something that we know they're capable of, but they don't see in themselves. From the prosperity pool, we can also be generous without second guessing ourselves. We can be generous without remorse. In fact, I believe that successful swimmers in the prosperity pool have to be generous. We won't succeed if we try to be a Scrooge-like miser, stacking our coins and counting our wealth. Instead, as we engage in opportunities, as we reinvest, as we circulate capital, as we bring people into our businesses and into our investments, our wealth grows, but also they grow. They're able to escape for themselves the confines of their previous life and reach new levels, find new engagement, find new passion in their own life. How many people in this world are stuck in a routine because they feel like they have to? What if we created an opportunity where they wanted to, where they woke up in the morning excited and enthused to come help us accomplish our vision, through it making them more successful and making us more successful? Generosity is a fundamental part of being in the prosperity pool. Next time you find yourself staring at a situation where you know you should be generous, but inside you're reluctant, you're holding back, you're worried about yourself and your own financial situation, I challenge you to be one notch more generous than you want to be. Be generous to where it hurts and just a little bit more, and see if you can start to actually believe that abundance is the default situation for your life, not scarcity. Take that moment where you're intentionally being slightly more generous than you would have otherwise been to start to reprogram your mind, push out the scarcity thoughts, and bring in abundance, and trust that as you lift and as you elevate and as you share your love with people around you, that not only will they be benefited, but you yourself will be benefited as well. Thanks for joining. See you next time.